Hold on. There we go. Hey, astronauts. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. There's a few things I had to take care of really quick, but I am here now. Let me set up the poll for you guys so that everything is good. I hope you guys are having a great September. I hope it's beautiful. Hope that everything is wonderful on your end. Let me check. Ooh, let me check the sound too. You always gotta check the sound with YouTube. It's just bizarre sound wise. Testing. Yep, we're good. We are good when it comes to the sound. Sound. Love that. Okay. Oh, this is frustrating me. Now, all right, let me get the polls ready for you guys, but feel free to come in and ask any questions. If you are new to my channel, hey, darling, how are you? I love your name, Darling Caramel. But yes, if you guys are new here, I just want to say, hey, I'm Brandy. Welcome to my channel, AstroTarotResearch. I am a practical reader when it comes to tarot and astrology. So I use my well over a decade's years of experience to give you guys, everyday real world predictions that you can use to help navigate your life. And I do want to say, if you're more of a sensitive person, or if you're sort of in a place in your life where you're looking for external validation and you're kind of looking for more of a pick-me-up, that's not really my reading style. So I wanted to be clear on that. I just know that sometimes people have different expectations. But yes, welcome to the live. And also, as usual, the lives are paid readings. It's $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth questions. You can choose PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. And the information for PayPal and Cash App are in the descriptions. It's pretty easy to go to and just send it. And I will get started on your reading right away. I hope you all have had a beautiful week. I really do. Now that I've got all of the disclaimers and the announcements out the way. But I gotta say it because sometimes people come in, they're new, they don't know. So I have to make sure that I am being upfront every single time so people have an understanding. And this week I have the Bumbleberry Hollows deck, just my cute deck. I haven't bought a new deck in a while, but I will for Christmas. I already have the deck in mind, but right now I'm cutting back on spending. I'm being a responsible adult. So we'll use the Bumbleberry Hollows deck. Let me know your favorite decks, because since I am in the mindset of deck shopping, I am curious to know what decks do you guys like the most, or what's your favorite. I like a more like cute style deck. That's my favorite. Hope you had a good day as well. I do have a question I'd like to ask you. Just tell me when you're ready and I'll PayPal you. I am ready whenever you are, darling. Trust and believe. Go ahead. I'm simply shuffling right now, just getting the cards out of my energy and ready to read for others. Can you guys believe it is November? And it's kind of warm too. I was just saying that the other day, as I was like going outside. It's like 68 degrees. It's almost 70 here. I'm like, what is happening? I know talking about the weather can be boring, but it's so alarming, that I was like, whoa. Oh, I almost forgot to put in a poll for you guys. What should I ask? Oh, I think I got a question. I have a question. I just need to refine it in my mind. Yeah, actually, it's a bit strange. I live in Sweden and it's kind of hot here too. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't expect Sweden to be hot. I guess global warming really is like happening here because the weather is unusual all over the place. Is Sweden in their winter as well? It is. It's very freaky. Normally people like go away during the winter break and might go someplace warm, but at this point it's like you might as well stay home. Like it's hot here. Okay, I think I have the question. Okay, I just need to think about how I want to phrase it. Yeah, it's autumn, and I can't find the link to your PayPal. Hold on. Let me look at the description. PayPal should be AstroTarotBrandy@gmail. And you should be able to log in. And let me click this. I think you can hit. There should be a send money button. If I could find the link. I think I can create a link, but let me see if I can do that really quick. But normally you can just do the email. Let me see if I can look up the steps. You can hit send and request. That should be at the top menu for PayPal. And so you can click on send money, and then you would type in my email, and then it should work. So no, it's pretty simple, guys. I'll walk you guys through the steps for PayPal. If you log in, click send money, and then put in my email, then you'll be able to send the amount. I know PayPal has changed their setup a lot over the years. I gotta redo this front for my braids. I'll probably do that. But I want to make that clear. I'll probably put in the steps in the description bar for those of you guys who may not be as familiar. I'll do that after the live to make it easier. But here is my question, since we're going to enter the holidays for you all. And this is more random. Don't mind me. I'm one of those people who I'm struggling to type and talk at the same time. The people who can do that are so good. Like, I'm like, well, how does your brain work? You know what I mean? But I'm just typing up the poll question because I love asking you guys what you think. You guys always surprise me, or a lot of the times you surprise me. Okay. Okay, so here's the question. Woo. Here's the question for you astronauts. The poll question is, what kind of gift giver are you? I wanted to think of something that was holiday related, and then maybe I'll ask next week or closer to Christmas what kind of gifts you like. But we have the practical gift giver, which is like, you get something somebody needs. If you see that they have a cracked phone screen, you're like, let me help you out and fix that cracked phone screen for you, or get that fixed. Maybe not that specifically, but you know what I mean. Something practical. Then we have sentimental, which is always, something that is related to, their heart, something that that is going to be precious to them, that they're really going to like and enjoy. Then we have luxury. You like to just ball out on your friends and family, get them something expensive, something that they may just love. You getting them like a brand new watch, costs hundreds of dollars or something along the lines of that. Or you are the spontaneous one and you're just over here like, you know what? I'm going to just pick something random. I see something, I think they might like it. I'm going to get them that. Like me, I think I'm probably practical, but I'm trying to be a little bit more like maybe luxurious or something like that. Maybe like, but I think I'm just a practical gift giver in general. I'm like, oh, what do my friends and family need? Like, what can I get for them? Especially my parents. I'm just like, oh, you're getting older. Let me get you like a comfortable seat for your back. Like, this is the stuff I'm thinking about. I'm trying to keep them alive and well. That's my goal for my friends and family. But that is the type of gifts I give. Now, we can get into the weekly collective because I do want to jump into that. And while we are waiting for more answers for the poll questions, I hope you guys are enjoying the fall. It's beautiful. All right. I think that's quite nice. It's needed to get a gift of actual use, especially when you need it. Yes, I think so too. I don't know if they appreciate it, but but it is, I do feel like it's good for them, But I think a lot of people like gifts that are, I don't know, something that they want more so than they need, but I guess I'm just thinking more so the long term. But darling, what type of gifts do you like to give? Are you the did you choose the sentimental? I like that one, Sentimental would be my second go-to. Something that is, that they're kind of like really attached to in a way. Like if they have a favorite show, you might get them some interesting poster related to that show or some unique figure that might be related to that. Yes, I did. I'm the sentimental type. See, I like a sentimental gift. I think those are always good. You can never go wrong. If somebody doesn't like a sentimental gift, I'm like, what? How can you? How? They're the best. I think sentimental and practical are the best ones. At least I think so. When someone writes like a letter to, or they say nice things about you, these are all things that are really great gifts. They matter. Because I think about like the luxury gifts and I'm just like, I don't think I even remember all the stuff that's like expensive, but I remember the ones where it was like more heartfelt or it was connected to something that I cared about. So that's why I'm like sentimental's probably really up there. Might be number one. All right. Let's jump into the weekly collective. Let's give a little recap first. This week, we had the Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Three of Wands come up in the reading. And so I don't know how things appeared for you, but I know last week I told you that, you may be in this mindset where you're feeling very, very ambitious. You're ready to go forward and you're getting a lot of things done. And not only that, but you're feeling confident. You're feeling like you're in your bag. But the thing was, I mentioned that this Devil card may attract a lot of jealousy, or you might even find that certain structures that or environments that you work within aren't exactly supportive, with the Devil card there. I also mentioned last week, because we had this Devil and Three of Wands combination, you might be looking to break free or break out of a situation, and you're sort of, what's the word for? Not fantasizing, but planning your escape when you have this Three of Wands Devil combination. Like, oh, I can't wait till I get to this stage in my life, so I no longer have to deal with X, Y, and Z. Sometimes that can happen with the devil card, whether it's your own personal, shortcomings, or it's just the environment around you that feels very restrictive. Either way, it's like, oh, I cannot wait till I no longer have to deal with this. Like, let's say you're somebody, I think last week I mentioned having some sort of addiction to vaping or something like that. And I was thinking, or the example I gave was that you might be thinking, oh, I can't wait till I'm no longer physically addicted to this product, so I don't have to buy it and I don't have to think about this. I'm not in this state of anxiety or feeling like this thing has a hold over me. But that was a little bit of the vibes this week. And I know for me this week, definitely a lot of tense situations, but I expected that with the devil card. I will say though, I mentioned with the devil card that you might even just be taking some time more so to yourself and, just being a little bit more selfish with your energy. And that is 100% what I have done this week. Sometimes you need me time, right? Now let's see what we pull this time. And then also for one of the cards, the third card, I'm going to ask for you guys to vote, and I'm going to give you a minute to pick one. So well, I'm going to pull the first two, and then you guys are going to pick the third. Okay, this one wants to come out. We have the King of Wands this week. That's funny because we had the Queen of Wands last week. There we go. Focus. King of Wands. And then we have, you want to come out. We have the Knight of Swords. Can you guys see that? Sometimes it's just focusing on my face. There we go. Knight of Swords. All right, so you guys got to pull the third card. So let me just shuffle this a little bit. Oh, okay. Maybe these cards want to be pulled. Okay, these are 4 cards. All right, so you guys have to pull. I'm glad you like the cards. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, or 4. So which one are we choosing? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Choose wisely, astronauts. I'm going to give you a minute. It is 17:40. So picking 3. I'll give it a few more. 3 seems to be the number. If no one else picks one, I'm going to stop it at just a couple more minutes, a couple more seconds, I mean. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. We have a tie between 1 and 3. So let's just see. Let's just pick them both then. We'll pick 4 cards for our weekly collective. So we have the Hermit for number 1. And we have the Lovers for number 3. All right. Hey, Vanilla and Pie, how are you? Okay, guys, let's do the weekly collective. We have the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Hermit card. This doesn't seem like too bad of a week, guys. Yes, good morning to you as well. Well, here it's afternoon, but good morning. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon. And if it's nighttime, good night as well, or good evening, I should say. So the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Hermit card. So right away, we know, similar to last week, we are feeling motivated. That King of Wands energy is like, I got to get things done. I'm excited to do this. I'm ready to tackle any ambition or desire that I have. And the Knight of Swords, I often get him to represent a lot of busy work here. As you can see on the card with this cute little cat here, he is prepping food. That's a very Knight of Swords type of task. All of that little busy work. I've got meetings. I need to pack my luggage. I need to make sure that a flight is booked. I have to put gas in my car. I've got to run some sort of errand and drop this Amazon package off that I'm returning. So there's a lot of energy going towards getting that busy work done this week. So having a lot of those small tasks come up that you might feel like is pushing and pulling you in different directions, which is not necessarily bad. We have this King of Wands energy who doesn't want to stop, who doesn't want to sit still, who wants to keep going and going and going. Often he can burn himself out, but at the same time, he loves what he does. He loves not staying still. He loves feeling, I guess, energetic. He loves feeling like he's getting things done. You know, that King of Wands, he's enthusiastic. Look how happy this little bear is, you know. He loves it, okay? He loves being in motion, all right? So a lot of just moving about, not a lot of relaxing at all points in the week. We do have the Hermit there a little bit later, though I have found like sometimes the energies mix rather than going in a sequential order. But, you know, the Lovers here, now that's indicating that we're going to more than likely enjoy our time, enjoy our company, or the company of someone. Things I often get, or themes I often get when I see the Lovers, is things kind of unfolding in a very harmonious way. It represents having good communication. It represents things being a little bit more easy, less restrictions or friction, I can say, when it comes to the week ahead. So I really do feel like this is a great week for collaboration, especially with that Knight of Swords there. This feels as though like the communication that you guys are having with coworkers, friends, family is a little bit more at ease. I do want to say the Knight of Swords, when it comes to communication, is working on balance. So sometimes it can just say, this is a very long conversation, or sometimes, wow, that conversation was very just short to the point, but it's rarely something in the middle where it feels balanced. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Now, with the Hermit card here on the end, you can see that they're holding a little lantern there. There we go. It's focusing. They're holding their little lantern there, and they're to themselves in their little mushroom forest there. And it feels as though when we have Hermit energy, what I have noticed is going to be mainly one or two things. One, we go into Hermit mode. Quite literally, we need time to ourselves. We need to recline. We need to do our own thing. We need to step back and say, all right, enough socializing, enough, moving about, enough work, enough things to do, enough, all of that. I just need to recharge. The second thing that I see a lot with the Hermit card is generally being a guide to other people, giving them a lot of advice, a lot of people coming to you towards answers. If you have a field that you are an expert at, or you're just something you're really good at, people might ask your opinions or your thoughts on that. And that can be coming up for you as well this week, where you might find people leaning on you or asking you what you think about situations, whether that's friends, families, work, whatever the case may be. But that is something that may come up. I do want to say that this is AstroTarotResearch, guys. So let's talk about the astrology really quick. The Hermit card is connected to Virgo, and the Lovers card is connected to Gemini. And this is heavy Mercury energy. It rules both placements here. And so when we're talking about heavy Mercury energy, what does that mean? It means things are dynamic, things are changeable. And so a lot of this energy this week is about going with the flow. Things may change at a moment's notice. Think about people who are mercurial. Somebody like Donald Trump would be mercurial. I think he has like a Jesta placement, which is a Mercury ruled, etc. But yes, it's all about like changing your mind or changing the direction or having to deal with a lot of different people at some point. But this is all this is everything that has to do with Mercury. Good morning to you, Shifting Lotus. So good morning to all of you and good afternoon. But yes, Mercury energy is very changeable. It also represents having a lot of information coming in that you have to handle. This can also connect to a lot of short trips here and there, especially since we have the Knight of Swords representing that errand type energy as well. The Lovers also connects to Gemini's short trips. And so these are all of the things that you might be focusing in on this week. But overall, I feel like this is a very productive week. Your routine might change a little, but ultimately it feels peaceful. It feels peaceful. So that's the weekly collective, everyone. Let me know how this week has been for you. And also don't forget to like. I really appreciate any likes that I can get from you guys. I hope you are all doing well. And tell me the type of gift giver you are. I'm more of a practical gift giver. And then I see sentimental is winning, which is also probably the number one way I think that people appreciate the sentimental gifts the most. You know, you always remember those gifts that touch your heart. At least I think so. Unless somebody's gifting you like a house, then that's the only way that that luxury I think is going to win. That's something you would remember. Like it would have to be outstanding luxury for it to be like, whoa, this is a crazy gift. At least that's what I think. That's my mindset. But yes, if you said I'm practical too. We're both practical. I love that. Yeah, I just feel like a practical gift is great because for me, I'm always thinking about what is something I need. Like if somebody can get me something I need right now, I need new socks and I need a new sweater. So if somebody gave me that, I'd be like, oh, I love this. Thank you. You know, I don't know what it is. I feel like an old person. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we all age. Oh, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Oh, I do plan on towards December. This is what I wanted to announce. I told you guys in Thanksgiving that I was going to go ahead and do a sale for the readings, but that's going to have to be in December. It just works out better for me time-wise. And I think that's good. It's better anyway, because it's around one of the major holidays. So be on the lookout for my readings going on sale in the month of December. I'm still deciding on the days, but December is the best timing for me. So that is one announcement that I wanted to make. So if you want to get a private reading by me and you're looking for a discount, I suggest you wait until December, though it will be limited slots because I am just one person. But I do appreciate you guys coming to the live, and let me know if you have any questions. If you are new here, as I mentioned in my intro, I am a practical reader, probably why I like practical gifts. I am here to provide you solid insights that you can use to guide your life using the real world examples that I have seen throughout my experience as a tarot reader. Just general things that I have noticed. Now, if you are in a sensitive place or if you prefer a more comforting reading style, I may not be the one for you. So I do want to make that disclaimer here because I know we're always all in different places in our life. And sometimes you just need like a pick me up, but I do like to read what I see. So I can't brand myself as a comfort reader, but that's all I wanted to say there. And you can send for questions, you can send through Snapchat, PayPal, or CashApp. When it comes to PayPal, if you are new to it, all you have to do is log on to your PayPal. You go to send request. You put my email in there and put the amount, and it should be easy peasy from there. I know sometimes PayPal changes their layout, but that's generally the consensus on that. When it comes to CashApp, pretty similar. Cash App's even easier. You just put in the name, the amount, and send. So that is that. And I do prefer PayPal or Cash App. And also when it comes to answering your questions, there's no limit on the amount of cards I pull. I'm not like, oh, this is one card and I'm just going to do that and it's yes or no. No, I want to pull until I get the, full picture when it comes to your reading. And I love when you guys come back and give me updates on your situation. That is actually wonderful. I love hearing when things work out. Even if things don't work out, I still like hearing that. As much as you guys learn from me, I learn from you. I feel like this is a great community for that. I have so much support. So I sent you the PayPal and the question is attached to the message part of in my payment. Oh, let me get to that. Let me get to your reading, darling. Oh, right. Let me fix this. This is okay. Now I can see it. Who is Darling's potential future spouse? General overview of personality and looks. Let's get into it. I love the future spouse questions. So thanks for asking. These are some of my favorite questions. You guys know I love a future spouse reading. Let's get into that. Anybody have any plans for the holidays? I guess the holiday season. I think last year I went to which embassy did I go to? Did I go to the Swedish embassy? I think I did. I live in the DMV area, so there's a bunch of embassies, and every year they have different holiday parties and stuff. And so last year, I believe I went to the Swedish embassy. It just reminded me because Darling is from Sweden, so. But this year, I'm like, ooh, which embassy should I go to next? If I want to go to an embassy, I think that's the cool thing about the DMV area. So let me know if you have any holiday traditions that you like to do or anything towards the end of the year. Maybe you just like to start planning your goals for next year. Maybe you have New Year's resolutions. Yeah, it was really nice. I think so. They were packed too. They had to turn people away at the door. All right, let's see. All right. Who is essentially your next future spouse? We have the Fool. Hopefully this is focusing on this. I hope so. There we go. The Fool. Oh, this card just flew out. We have the Page of Swords. I don't know why it won't focus a little bit more. Okay, let me try. There we go. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Mr. Moneybags. And let's start from there. So the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Page of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So for me, when I'm looking at these cards, I automatically think about how this person is very adventurous, especially since we have this Fool, Page of Swords combination. I generally get that for somebody who has a very inquisitive mind, somebody who is open to trying new things, open to new ideas, very experimental. And what I mean by that, like, let's say you have a favorite show and you're like, let's watch this. They're open to try it. If you're like, this is my favorite book, or this is a movie I want to see, or whatever the case may be, even if it's something that's not within their normal sphere of things that they like to do or listen to, they're open to it, especially when we have that Fool and Page of Swords, energy. One thing, though, we have to note about the Fool card is that their energy is very spontaneous. We know the Fool is very changeable. Somebody who is, they might just say, they might just break their routine one day. Like, they could do something for like, a year straight. And let's say they go to work, they come home, and then randomly they just decide for the next 3 months, they go to the park before they come home. Like, it's just very random type of energy with the Fool. And so I think it can be good because it shows that you won't get bored. This person, I'm not saying that they're going to be so sporadic that you'll never know their next move. I don't think that's true, not with the 10 of Pentacles there. But I do think that there is a strong layer of spontaneity to their personality for sure, especially with the Fool card. This can also just generally represent somebody who is well-traveled, somebody who has been to multiple different countries, somebody who may speak multiple languages, especially since we have the Fool and the Page of Swords here. That's definitely more than likely more than one language. It can also represent that combination in particular, it can represent somebody who has a lot of innovative and interesting ideas. And so whatever field that they work in or whatever job that they have, they're always looking to innovate and change things and transform, especially since we have that Fool that represents like genius idea or new things or innovation. And then we have the Page of Swords, which is this curious learning person who is always trying to gather as much information as possible and implement something new. Okay, that is their whole spiel. So whatever field that they're in, they're always trying to innovate, change, and transform that. Now, the 10 of Pentacles here, I will say this, because of the 10 of Pentacles is following the Page of Swords, it's a little reversed, but it's not bad. Normally, I get the 10 of Pentacles reversed to represent somebody who can be a little bit more private about wealth, right? So if they are somebody, which I'm pretty sure that they have a lot of stability or a good amount of money here, just because I haven't seen the 10 of Pentacles ever represent anything in terms of being unstable, whether it's reversed or upright. It just means that they're more private about their money, and they're more likely somebody who will spend below their means, or they can be someone who has a lot of money, right? But they are always looking for a deal, right? They're like, I don't want to spend too much, that they want to keep their money. They're not like somebody who's like looking for a lavish lifestyle. Now, also when it comes to 10 of Pentacles reverse, this can represent that they just generally feel a strong sense of inner safety and security. If you know what I mean, like it means that they are willing to go against the traditions of their family because they feel a strong sense of confidence within themselves. Generally, the 10 of Pentacles reverse is somebody who wants to break away from the tradition, which pretty much aligns with the Fool card, right? They want to break away from traditional, maybe norms within their family or maybe within society. I don't know. But generally, they're going to do so because they feel secure within themselves. They know who they are. They have a good understanding of themselves. So you have a very confident spouse that is coming in. So just note that. Very outside the box type of person, but I think it's in a good way. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad you like it. Hey, Vibe, how are you? Let's throw some other cards out here. Hold on. Shuffle this. See their looks and stuff. 7 of Cups. Don't focus on my face card camera. All right. I don't know why it won't focus, but this is frustrating. Please focus. There we go. 7 of Cups. All right. I'm glad you're good, Vibe. So when it comes to, their looks, They kind of look like a person who has their head in the cloud. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I love seeing new faces. Welcome. A card just fell, so I'm trying to figure out what that is. Okay, Four of Swords. Ah, that fits. Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups for their general look. So they look like somebody who's very laid back, somebody who is in their own little world, somebody who has a very calm demeanor, a very calm vibe. You know, when you see that Four of Swords energy, it's kind of like that California laid back, chill type of person. You know, people who are like that, just very relaxed in terms of like how they look and present. And this can also just represent they have a more casual style, because generally when you see the Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups, it's generally more so like, hey, I'm not here dressed to the nines. You know, I'm not here to worry about every single detail of what it is that I am wearing. I'm just a person who's gonna wear jeans and a t-shirt. Very casual vibes when it comes to how they present themselves. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I like that because generally the Queen of Pentacles is going to represent, even if they are casual when it comes to their presentation, jeans and a t-shirt, you know, the shirt's going to be ironed, you know, it's going to be clean. It's going to be pristine. Like they're going to smell good. So we know that when we have even a look that is more so, I don't know, but I'm trying to look for the right word for it. More so everyday man, even though the look is more so everyday man, it shows that this person cares about their hygiene. They care about the presentation. They're not showing up in dirty clothes or anything like that. They brush their hair, all of that jazz. And generally, I get pentacles to represent having more muscle than not muscle. So it's not really, your spouse isn't like skinny. I'll say that. I don't generally get the pentacles to represent people who are skinny. They're either going to be a little bit more fit, generally more muscular, or more like robust. Okay, you know, it's when guys are like stocky, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. So when it comes to their face, this is generally going to bring a more comforting and friendly face. I love that the cards are focusing on the fact that this person doesn't have a lot of sharp features. They look very friendly. They look very approachable. They seem to be somebody who has a great smile, who is very easy to approach. Like they have kind eyes. This is the general vibe that I get from the Ace of Cups. Someone who you feel comfortable with and you just feel safe with. Sometimes people look like that. They just look very friendly and very cute. That's very Ace of Cups vibe here. Let's see if we can know just a little bit more about them. The World, kind of what we were saying before, where it seems to me like this person is either well-traveled and pretty successful. You know, the World card, I generally get to represent having a bit more praise, having a bit more prestige, having accomplished a lot. I generally get it for more recognition. Like people see this person as being highly skilled, as having a lot of the desirable external factors, like, oh, I've got my own home, I've got a nice car, I have a great job. Like they have all of the markers of success that you would expect to see in, I guess, the world, in somebody who's successful. And then also it's what I was saying before about them being somebody who is well-traveled, who has experienced a lot of different cultures and life, and someone who is generally hardworking. You know, I see that within them. So that is pretty much your spouse. I really do think that this is going to be a really nice person. Just from the cards here, you're not going to be bored. They are going to take you on their little world adventures with them, given the fact that they like to travel so much. And they're pretty much laid back type of vibe here. Okay. That is what I want to tell you from all of this. I'm stumbling over my words, darling. But that's what I have for you. Let me know if that's somebody you'd be interested in, or what are your thoughts? I love when you guys give me feedback. You are welcome, darling. And for all of you who are new here, thank you so much. And don't forget to press the like button. And you have to vote on the polls. I want to know what type of gift giver you are. So sentimental is winning. I am a practical girly. But I 100% get the sentimental. I don't know anybody who hates a sentimental gift. It sounds a lot like what another astrologer told me about my future spouse. It resonated well. Wow. Double confirmation. I love to hear that. I can't wait till you meet this individual. They sound very interesting. Like you almost said what she said word for word. It's crazy. This is the energy is coming in. It must be fate. This is wild. Don't you love that when you get like double confirmation from the universe? It's so freaky in a good way, Especially when you get double sources. Wow. Speaking of fate, do you believe in predestined meetings or the concept of a soulmate? You know what? I'm on the fence about a soulmate, but I do believe that there is some sort of like predestined moments, like where maybe you need to go through certain experiences. I don't know, just certain parts of life feel a little bit fated. I'll say that. Or like they're too coincidental for it to be brushed off. At least that's what I think. Love synchronicities. Yeah, me too. It's the synchronicities that make it feel like, okay, this is a bit strange, this is a bit different. And that's why I believe that certain things are fated. But soulmates, I don't know. I feel like maybe the way society treats soulmates is almost as if you only have one person in the world that is destined for you, and nobody else can be the right fit for you. And if you don't find that person, maybe you don't have a soulmate, or you haven't found your soulmate. It's like, I don't know. That seems very stressful. That feels stressful to me, and it doesn't feel right. I think that there could be multiple soulmates if there are soulmates. Or if there are soulmates, maybe only certain people have them. Because you have people who, never meet someone that they truly connect with. And that's a reality. So maybe soulmates are selective. But those are my thought processes. Whew. So I absolutely agree with your thoughts. I feel like life is too nebulous or maybe complicated for soulmates to exist. Yeah, something like that. Like it just feels like, woo, this is a very complex thought or ideal. I like pulling up synastry charts and seeing how the North Node plays into divine timing whether for good or bad lessons. Yeah, that's a great thing to look at. When you have like those transits or even progressions to K2 or Rahu, the North Node, South Node, whatever you want to call it, that can definitely be some sort of fated lesson or event going on, especially if it's a major transit like Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu return, K2 return, K2 goes conjunct Rahu, Rahu conjunct K2. Like these can be some almost like destined moments, or even just major transformative moments in someone's life. That's what I've noticed. It's like, oh, what I've seen about like the opposite nodes, like K2 conjunct Rahu, Rahu conjunct K2 transit wise, it's almost like changing the tides in someone's life. Like if somebody is going in a direction that may not be beneficial towards them, this combination is almost like a rock bottom or like a shift where it causes you to realign in a direction that is either more helpful or, you know, you're going to go and meet your demise. Like, you know, that's what I've seen from it. And maybe that's a more extreme cases than demise, but you know, things get a lot worse if you don't change. Ooh, all right. I'm gonna sleep, you guys. Sorry. But let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll be on for a few more minutes. Oh, let me know your experiences when it comes to the K2 Rahu, you know, North Node, South Node energies in your chart. If you've noticed any things with transits or progressions, or what's your Rahu? My Rahu, hold on, it's in Capricorn. So Scorpio Rahu, that's intense. Anytime people have planets in Scorpio, man, it's never easy, is it? It's always some like deep transformation or psychological elements you have to face. A lot of shadow work when it comes to Scorpio placements, Pluto placements, 8th house placements. Scorpio's a tough sign. It really is. Do you have any general tips or wisdom on how to find a job or way to make a living that won't make you hate your own life? Darling, I wish I knew. But my only tip is to, if you find yourself struggling to find a job that you love, you might have to create your own job. I think being an entrepreneur is probably the only way that you might actually enjoy your life. At least that's my only advice. Please, this is a serious question. I know, but it's just funny because most people hate their jobs. And like I said, the only way to kind of get out of that is to create a lane for yourself. You have to be your own boss. Otherwise, you're going to have to continue to be under the thumb of other people. I mean, and then just hope for the best. I mean, that's life, isn't it? Like, if you don't create your own lane, if you don't find a way to sustain yourself outside of working for someone else, then you're going to have to continue to be subjected to their rules and their environment. Oh, sent CashApp. Questions? Any messages about it since we're in Scorpio season? Oh, okay. Scorpio season. So Sun would be going over Rahu. I'll say that's pretty calm because it goes over there every year. Sun goes over everyone's Rahu every year. But let's see if there's any messages about it. And shout out to the Scorpios. So, darling, I recommend listening to Reiki and subliminals. Revolving job careers, if you're into that, that's also good. And then affirmations too. If you keep saying affirmations like I deserve a job that makes me happy, you say that every day, and it's almost like, I don't know if it's like manifesting. I don't know if I truly like have gotten into the idea of manifesting, but for me, I see it, if you're saying something like that to yourself every day, like I deserve to be happy, I deserve to be at a job that makes me happy, then you're going to start to make decisions that align with that, I guess, idea and frequency, right? You're going to ensure that you find a job that makes you happy if you're saying that to yourself every day. But yeah, it can be hard. It can definitely be hard. Especially, if you are a person who tends to be a little bit of an outlier, or I keep kicking the table, a little bit of an outlier, and the way that you think, conforming to an environment that is corporate or traditional can be tough. And not only that, but there's less job security these days. And so it's almost like you are bending yourself for a job that doesn't really care too much about you and it doesn't invest in you. And so it's tough. Freelancing is always good. If you have a skill you can freelance with, instead of starting a business, working as a freelancer or a contractor. So that it's like, a short period. That way you can move from another job to another job. So building a skill set that people will want to hire you for. That way you're not stuck in the same environment for like years and years and years on end. That's also a solution potentially. Okay, messages. 7 of Pentacles for the Scorpio season. Sun hitting Rahu, your Rahu. We have the Ace of Swords reversed here. Okay. And we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. I'm going to pull one more because I'm feeling called to do so. 7 of Wands. Messages for shifting Lotus. All right. Well, one thing I want to point out is we do got 2 7s. And I thought you were saying, okay, then let me redo the question. So your question is, okay. So wait, clarify your question, Shifting Lotus. Because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Oh, any general messages. Okay. Let's just do, I thought you meant specifically about that transit. Okay. Let's do any general messages. I want to make sure I'm clear. All right. Oh, well, 8 of Pentacles again. So we definitely have an 8 of Pentacles message either way. Ace of Pentacles. And 2 of Swords reversed. Yep. Mind on your money, money on your mind. Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I think the message is pretty clear here when we're going to these cards. the cards want you to, get really serious when it comes to the financial areas of your life, looking at over all the details and planning. And it doesn't even have to be finances, but we'll stick to finances for the moment and shift to the other areas. But stay focused on ensuring that you know where the money is coming and going and that you are planning efficiently for your future. Make sure that you are constantly learning about all the different areas of finances. There are so many, when it comes to like the other day I was looking up how to refinance a house and borrowing against equity, but the Eight of Pentacles wants you to learn and wants you to grow and wants you to build stability. This can also represent that there is potential for more financial gains to be coming your way if you continue to build in that direction and make responsible choices. That Two of Swords, I've noticed, especially when it's reversed, has to do with making a decision about, generally it's going to be your own behavior, okay? And whether it is that you want to continue to manage your funds, your finances in the same way, or to continue the same patterns. I say that because the Page of Pentacles is reversed, and generally the Page of Pentacles, let's be honest, they're not the most, this is not to say you're not responsible, but they have irresponsible moments, like where they may be very diligent about how they're spending, where they're spending, but then they have like these crash out moments. And when I see a Page of Pentacles reversed like this, I always say, it might be time to invest in a crash out fund, a fund where you're just like, I just want to splurge my money. And so you build that type of fund within your, I don't know what you want to call it, budget, so that you don't disrupt the flow of building more wealth and security for yourself. Because that is coming in, and that is what the universe wants to give you. Wants to give you more opportunities to gain. Who said, yeah, money comes in and quickly goes out. Yeah. And this is what the cards are saying. They want you to build for that because they know that you may have moments that you just want to spend. You just want to enjoy yourself. You just want to live life. On this card, you have the Page of Pentacles playing in the mud. There's no reason for them to be doing that. But it's fun for them. And so the cards, like, they're saying they know you want to have fun. They know you want to enjoy your life. And they say just make sure you plan for that. You don't have to be so strict. You don't have to be in this space where you can never enjoy your life or do anything, but just plan for the moments where you know that you are going to want to, go a little wild here. And also what the cards are saying is that when it comes to like your routine, you might want to make some edits and changes. Just because when I see the Page of Pentacles reversed, this can often represent that some part of your routine is like not exactly the best for you in the long run, whether that be, you have sleeping habits where maybe one night you get 7 hours of sleep, then another night you get 5 hours of sleep, then another night 8 hours of sleep. The cards just want you to try to find out ways to build more consistency in that area of life. And it doesn't have to be sleep. I'm just giving sleep as an example, but there may be some area that just may be a little bit inconsistent. And the cards are saying, hey, you know what? Build that consistency a little bit. And you'll find that it's going to put you in a better headspace, that you're going to feel more balanced. You're going to just feel more comfortable within your own skin. There's going to be less, if you have any mood shifts, there'll be less of them, with that. That's where being practical comes into play. Yes, bring in the practicality. Let's see if there's any good things coming for you in your way, Shifting Lotus. Yes. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, see, building these habits financially within your daily routine as well. All of these things that support you living healthy, building stability is going to give you a lot of security and way more abundance, independence, and just feeling like you're all set. Like you don't have to worry about this money comes and goes thing anymore. It's almost like the universe is asking you to make some tweaks. I'm not going to say that they're small tweaks because that Two of Swords can be a little complicated in trying to figure out a balance, but the universe wants you to make these tweaks, and when you do, it's going to bring about so much happiness, so much fulfillment. You're not going to be worried about having any inconsistent routines um where it feels like some days you're scrambling to find energy, or in other days you're perfectly fine. And then some days, money's tight, other days money's good. It's like, no, when you create these habits, you're going to build a lot of success and stability for yourself. And that is coming your way as well. You're having more opportunities coming in. And also, I get the Nine of Pentacles to represent just generally more joy for yourself, being able to feel as though you love your life. You are able to do the things that you want to do. You have less worries. If you want to go ahead and take a trip to, I don't know, Ghana, Thailand, anywhere, you can go ahead and do it, and it's not going to stress you out. If you want to spend $150, get your nails done, you can go do that. If you want a massage, you can go do that. The Nine of Pentacles is not just about building, wealth and abundance, but it's about building a life that makes you feel happy and makes you feel comfortable, where you're investing in your future and taking care of yourself. So part of taking care of yourself is, doing things that you enjoy. And so the cards see more joy and happiness coming in for you in general, but just be careful about, that budget and managing it. And also be sure to take advantage of those opportunities that are coming your way. And pretty much what I said here, what I was going in before we got the Three of Cups, more happiness is coming in. So it's just the cards reiterating that point, that this will bring you more joy. This will bring you more excitement. You will have more fun in your life. You'll be able to go out more, do more things, because it's putting you in a different mindset. Okay. This is the main general messages there. The cards really do see a lot of success for you and a lot of happiness for you too. Just a good time. The cards are saying you have some good times ahead. That's generally what they're saying, Shifting Lotus. So it's about working hard and playing hard. Okay. Oh, Sentimental's winning. You are welcome. And you got this in the bag. I love seeing when abundance and good things and blessings are coming in for you guys. All right. We have been on a while, guys. He said, I guess I got to get my nails done now. Only if it's in your budget, Shifting Lotus. But yes, enjoy your life. Have fun. Don't be too strict, but have that balance. Okay, guys. If there are no more questions, I am going to end the live. And looks like gift givers, you guys love giving the sentimental gifts. And then I'm going to ask you guys what kind of gifts you want to receive. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. I'll see you as well, Shifting Lotus. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I hope all of you astronauts have a beautiful weekend. And any announcement from me? No, don't forget to fill out the poll on the community tab. And watch the videos next week, and I will clip up the weekly collective so that you guys can watch it back whenever you want. And that is that. That is all I have. If you want a private reading from me, link is in the description bar below. You can go through my Etsy shop, or you can go through my booking form. If you use CashApp, it's better to use the booking form. And that is all. Have a beautiful weekend. Have a beautiful week. I will see you all next weekend. I think I already have that live scheduled. Same time next weekend. This is the best time for me while I prepare to graduate with my master's. So I'll see you all then. Bye. And thanks for answering the polls.